cooking it and stirring it and dissolving the water and adding more water and water and water, it's so much faster. It took me like 15, maybe at the most 20 minutes instead of an
so
hour.
It's going to take about 15 minutes.
I'll do that
Tell
forever.
you, this fat cap here,
That's so
the
much
fat that's
better.
on here, it's
Oh,
makes
dip
it
a Philly
harder to slice
cheesesteak.
after, so you're not going
That'd
to
be
really want it for the
delicious.
sandwich anyway. So
I
you
mean,
can
it's
like take
halfway
some
there,
of this
right?
right now, cut it off, and use it for over here with the onions. That's what I'll do.
Next
So, like,
week we
this
got
part right here.
the only recipe quest we know. No, don't cut it off. Let me eat that.
Well, that's all fat there. Throw it in there.
There you go.
Okay?
That's better.
Some of that'll liquefy in here while we
Yeah,
while we
sugar
cook these
helps too.
onions. Been going about 10 minutes. By the way, I took those
Good choice
large
there,
pieces
sir.
of fat that I just cut off, and I did it from both roasts. And I just cut them into little tiny pieces.
That
okay, you can
looks
see them
great.
spread out in here. Man, I took a bite of a few of those. Oh, so good. Now look, you could just stop here with these onions like this, but I would get them cooked a little bit more. 10 more minutes. Just keep spreading them out so they get even contact. You're not doing full caramelization here. We're not doing an hour. But this will help flavor our juice more. And then you'll be left with the
remember if
choice.
there was
You'll see in a
sugar.
bit if you want to keep the onions
But
in it,
the
or if you
water
want to
method
strain
works
it.
really well.
Personally, I like to strain it, so then if someone likes it on a sandwich, they can put a whole bunch of onions on. Okay, so it's probably been about 15 minutes total cooking time. That's what they look like.
That's not
You
bad.
can easily do more than that if you want. I made a mistake, but it's not a big deal. When I deglaze
That
the
sake is
pan,
not
the
bad
roasting
at
pan
all.
with the beef stock,
I
you're supposed
don't
to use
like.
sherry too.
I'll
It
be
doesn't
honest.
make a
I don't really
difference.
like wine, but that's
I don't
okay.
want you to get confused because then you're like, oh, the video's not following the recipe exactly. So follow the print recipe. Just use it there. It's easier. Then you just have all your liquid.
Yeah, he's
but it
got a
doesn't make
blog.
difference.
Sometimes I find some
1.5
recipes of
tablespoons
his that are
flour.
really good.
Flour is going to just 1.5 tablespoons is going to thicken. Just
The only beef I
touch.
got with
If
this
you don't
guy
want
is
to do
like
that, you don't even
the
need
kid
it.
looks
Let it cook for
miserable.
about a couple minutes until it gets all the white specks
I always
out of
feel
it,
bad for the
and
kid
then
at the
you
end
can
having
cook
to
it
do the
longer if
taste
you want,
testing.
If you wanted to get a little bit of a nutty
It's like the
flavor.
kid doesn't
Now
want
I'm
to
going
do
to add
that.
in that sherry. Okay, it's just 2 ounces, quarter cup. And then this is that whole 4 cups of the no sodium beef stock along with the deglazed liquids from the pan, our drippings. 2 teaspoons Worcester sauce. Okay, just turn your heat up to high. Bring it to a boil. Half teaspoon onion powder, half teaspoon garlic powder, and half teaspoon black pepper. Now, you can concentrate it, so we're going to reduce this by a third. Okay? So simply 100% of our liquid, we want to turn into 67%. I want to make sure you don't reduce it to
I know,
a third.
this is like halfway to a
Reduce it
French
by
onion
a
soup.
third.
Just put these
Okay, you
in
can
like
stick your spoon in there,
some
like
kind
so.
of container,
Make
put
a
some
visual
cheese and some
reference,
bread on there.
kind
Bam,
of where
you
it
got
was,
French
and then
onion
go
soup.
down about a third. All right, you don't have to be scientific with this.
Actually,
Yeah, this show.
hold on. I made a while back. I highly recommend this recipe if you have a lot of time. I made it as a special like Christmas thing. I made beef noodle French onion soup. That was really good. I love that recipe.
Show will never be scientific,
I still
and I
think
love it that
about
way.
it.
All right, this is only going to take a couple minutes to
still
reduce
think
by a
about
third.
that
And
soup.
honestly, you can taste it right now, and if it's good enough for you, you can stop it. All right, it's on its way to reducing by a third.
kinda
I can
looks
tell
like-
Ray is going to need a little bit more beefy.
Is au jus normally have like flour in it? I'll have to look this up.
So I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of the Better Than Bouillon beef base. This is reduced sodium, okay? So 1 teaspoon of this is 375 milligrams of
beef
sodium,
juice.
okay? Which isn't that much for this amount of liquid. And it's good that we started with the no sodium boxed beef stock. Or make your own homemade beef stock, okay? Make sure that it dissolves completely in here before you start adding more to it, so you know if you got the taste